Ladies and gentlemen, the academic procession will enter shortly. You are kindly requested to stand. Ladies and gentlemen, the academic procession will enter shortly. You are kindly requested to stand.
Dames en here, die akademiese prosesie sal binnekort inbeweeg. U word versoek om asseblief op te staan.
By the powers vested in me, I hereby constitute this assembly as a legal congregation of the University of Pretoria. During this assembly, degrees with all the associated rights and privileges will be conferred to the candidates whose names appear in the program. Please take your seats. Ladies and gentlemen, we request you to join us in silent prayer or meditation to give thanks for the achievements of our students. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, as Chancellor of the University of Pretoria, I extend a hearty word of welcome to you at this graduation ceremony. In particular, I extend a hearty word of welcome to our Vice Principal, Professor B.J.J. Maharaj, the Dean, Professor W. Stein, the Deputy Dean, Professor J. Maina, the Executive Director, Finance and Business Initiatives, Professor C. Korenov, chairpersons of schools, heads of departments, directors, emerita and honorary professors, and other lecturers and their spouses, representative of the Student Representative Council, who will present the SRC academic honorary colors, all persons to whom degrees will be conferred to this morning, all spouses, parents, and other parties, as well as dignitaries whom we may not be aware of. A very warm welcome on this autumn day to the wonderful celebration of your academic achievement and graduation from our Faculty of Engineering, Built Environment, and Information Technology, which I say with immense pride, has impeccable international credentials. It is an absolute tribute to all of you and to the university that 320 postgraduate and undergraduate students from the faculty in electrical engineering, electronic and computer engineering, industrial systems engineering are graduating here today. This is no easy feat, as our benchmark is the best in the world. At UP, we take pride in being ranked in the top 1% of research-intensive universities worldwide in 14 fields. To sing our praises a bit further, in the recently released 2023 QS World University Rankings, UP has again grown its share of subjects considered to be amongst the best at universities in South Africa and the rest of the world. As a university, we don't chase rankings, we chase quality, relevance, and impact. But what is gratifying is that the world recognizes that UP and the faculty from which you are graduating is right up there. As UP graduates and alumni, your futures are very bright. Your degrees and disciplines are amongst the most sought after worldwide in the 4IR Society 5.0 and the future of work. This is deeply gratifying. In terms of employment, 97% of UP graduates are employed within 6 months of completing their studies. More than 250,000 alumni have already passed through our doors, and we have well over 300,000 alumni working in 118 countries worldwide. As alumni, you are joining an exceptional community of UP graduates who are proud to say they studied at UP, a university with an ever-increasing global reputation and a legacy dating back 115 years. Your faculty, the Faculty of Engineering, Built Environment and Information Technology, was established in 1956 at a very different time in our country's history. While every era has its joys and triumphs and its tragedies and horrors, we are all keenly aware it is not an easy world in which we are living today. Locally and globally, we are facing very serious challenges, including climate change, corruption, crime, gender-based violence, governance crisis, economic decline, and political and economic instability. These are not temporary. It's a big wake-up call to think and do differently, and we need you to be the change makers. Universities and university graduates are more important than ever as leaders in the future of society, the future of work, and the co-creation of all forms of new knowledge and innovation. A quality higher education is fundamental to achieving this. In every sector, we need strong, well-educated, well-rounded leaders to tackle the range of global challenges as expressed in the UN Sustainable Development Goals and Africa Agenda 2063. UP, as you know, treats these as a priority for sustainable development in our country and the world. To achieve this, we need to accelerate regional, continental, and international partnerships and collaborations between our universities, industries, private sectors, governments, and organizations, and to promote knowledge without borders. An exciting reality is that a world of opportunity has opened through digitalization with graduates of your caliber and with your qualifications at the forefront. We need more of you. As we all know, the STEM subjects are essential in the world today, But as a continent, we are simply not producing enough graduates in these areas, and the implications for the economy and employment speak for themselves. Expertise gets outsourced. The number of students currently completing their schooling with good mathematics and science marks remains worryingly low in South Africa. This translates into a small percentage of students being accepted to study STEM subjects at university. We have to increase this, and as a university, we are proactive about engaging with schools and working at improving matric pass rates, particularly in subjects like science and maths, so that more young people, including far greater number of young women and people from previously excluded groups, can access higher education. Another factor that needs urgent attention is that in many parts of South Africa and the continent, digital access and connectivity remain seriously limited. It needs governments to commit to universal connectivity, freeing of bandwidth and mega-scale implementation. Achieving this would open huge opportunities for the continent in education, collaboration, innovation, and the future of work, including entrepreneurialism, which is now recognized as being a critical component of higher education. At the University of Pretoria, the core focus of all our faculties and our recently established Center for the Future of Work is entrepreneurialism, self-employment, training, and research. We also have a technology and business incubator called Tax Innovation, which provides an environment where innovators and entrepreneurs can establish themselves. Globalized and future-oriented in our approach, UP has invested in a range of robots, artificial intelligence, virtual reality, and augmented reality technologies to increasingly offer our students 21st century immersive learning experiences. It enables a new form of internationalization that provides far greater access to transdisciplinary partnerships, innovation, and opportunity than ever before. This is all part of the future-oriented university that UP is, enabled by the quality of programs we offer. There are so many examples, but the point I want to make is that while it is not an easy time in which we find ourselves, it is a fascinating time full of opportunity for you, our graduates, to be pursuing your careers and lives, and to making a contribution to the betterment of humanity and societies, the ethos that UP holds dear. As alumni, you are encouraged and invited to continue a close relationship with the university and to share your experience, knowledge, skills, and networks in guiding our university and growing our international reputation and partnerships. As a Chancellor, I am doing the same. Chancellors are far more than ceremonial heads of university. We are here to contribute to effecting meaningful change in our universities so that they can operate effectively, thrive, and contribute to the growth of our country and the world. In closing, I encourage you to use your position in society and the power that goes with it wisely. Stand tall as bastions of the best of humanity. The way that you conduct yourselves in your professional and personal lives is a reflection of yourselves and of UP. We are so proud of you, We congratulate you and say halala and wish you the very best of luck with your future endeavors. Whatever you do and wherever you find yourselves, always remember to make today matter. With a qualification from UP, there is nothing that you cannot do. I thank you. I now request the Dean to introduce to me the candidates present whose names appear in the program.
Madam Chancellor, the supervisors will now introduce the doctoral candidates.
Madam Chancellor, I introduce you to Saifu Abiodun Badamosi, who has complied with the requirements for the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Electronic Engineering with a thesis titled An Efficient Interference Avoidance Scheme for Device-to-Device Enabled 5G NB-IoT Networks, prepared under the supervision of Professor Hanka, as well as Prof. A.M. Abu Mahfouz as co-supervisor. Avoiding and limiting interference in fifth-generation narrowband Internet of Things networks is a task that necessitates various low-complexity approaches. Most of these approaches involve high computations, low data rate, and inefficient spectral usage, depleting device energy. In this thesis, an efficient interference avoidance scheme for device-to-device enabled 5G NB-IoT networks, the candidate's research demonstrates that incorporating device-to-device communications into 5G NB-IoT networks for affected interfered devices could help improve network performance. This research provides insight into maximizing network spectrum and densification, lowering operational costs and expenditures associated with IoT network maintenance. The algorithm allows multi-user interoperability that promotes efficient resource usage and user experience satisfaction on IoT networks by using engineering principles and theories as a basis for its design. The algorithm has the potential to aid cognitive users in sharing resources or handover processes in large-scale NB-IoT networks with less or no interference limitations in a classified within a specific design domain. It solves the scarcity of spectrum usage across local cities in the country. Madam Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree on the candidate.
I hereby confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy with all its associated rights and privileges on the candidate.
Madam Chancellor, I introduce to you Tinutenda Machingura, who has complied with the requirements for the Doctor of Philosophy in Industrial Systems with a thesis titled The Impact of Lingering Manufacturing Philosophy on Zimbabwean Manufacturing Industry, prepared under the supervision of myself and Dr. Catherine Mawari as a co-supervisor. There is a growing realization of the importance of business is not to make profits only, but in a socially and environmentally acceptable manner. Lean and green manufacturing are two philosophies that have been adopted in many industries to achieve a balance among these triple bottom line objectives, which may be conflicting. The candidate developed a structural equation model using smart PLS to study the impact of lingering philosophy on Zimbabwean manufacturing industry. The results showed that implementing lean green improves sustainability, improves sustainable organizational performance and environmental sustainability, strongly moderates the profitability objectives of the manufacturing firms. In addition, an integrated implementation of Lean Green has a more significant impact on organizational performance than the individual implementation of Lean and Green philosophies. This impact should motivate hesitant firms to jointly implement Lean and Green solutions to derive their complementary benefits. Madam Chancellor, I request that you confer the degree on the candidate.
I hereby confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy with all its associated rights and privileges on the candidate.
Madam Chancellor, I introduce to you Jaco Morne Murray, who has complied with the requirements for the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Computer Engineering with a thesis titled Developing a Congestion Management Scheme to Reduce the Impact of Congestion in Mixed Traffic LoRaWANs, prepared under the supervision of Prof. A.M. Abu Mahfouz as well as Prof. G.P. Hunker as co-supervisor. Technological advancements have enabled us to automatically control devices in our homes and factories by connecting them to large networks designed for such devices. These networks can support thousands of devices, but face connectivity challenges limiting the amount of transmitted data received. In this thesis, developing a congestion management scheme to reduce the impact of congestion in mixed traffic LoRaWANs, the candidate designed and evaluated a mechanism to monitor the traffic load in these networks and developed an algorithm to improve the reception of vital data. Through simulation, an improvement in network performance was demonstrated across a range of network configurations. Furthermore, an optimized energy-aware version of the algorithm was developed and tested for network configurations in which these devices operate using energy harvesting techniques instead of batteries. These networks can improve device management through the developed algorithms without deploying more infrastructure. Madam Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree on the candidate.
I hereby confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy with all its associated rights and privileges on the candidate.
Madam Chancellor, I introduce to you Daniel Jacobus Oosthuizen, who has complied with the requirements for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Electronic Engineering with a thesis titled A Dynamic Flotation Model for Online Control and Optimization, prepared under the supervision of myself and Professor Derek Leroux as co-supervisor. In this thesis, the candidate develops a dynamic flotation model incorporating fundamental and phenomenological relationships, information from froth images, and steady-state models. Model outputs correspond with online measurements commonly available on industrial flotation circuits. It is shown that key model parameters characterizing different flotation mechanisms can be estimated in real time using a moving horizon estimator. The candidate further shows that a model-based automatic control strategy with real-time estimates of key flotation parameters outperforms a non-model-based control strategy with fixed parameters by consistently achieving a high recovery at the same grade. Madam Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree on the candidate.
I hereby confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy with all its associated rights and privileges on the candidate.
Madam Chancellor, I introduce you Gofan Salama, who has complied with the requirements for the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Electronic Engineering with a thesis titled Mathematical Models of Vapor Compression Systems for Multivariable Control of the Refrigerant Dynamics and the Indoor Air Conditions, prepared under the supervision of Professor Xiaohua Xia. The degree of Doctor of Philosophy by Conrad Salama, energy-efficient air conditioning systems use less energy and mitigate greenhouse gas emissions. In his thesis, mathematical models of vapor compression systems for multivariable control of the refrigerant dynamics and indoor air conditions, the candidate developed compressive models predicting the fluid dynamics in vapor compression cycles integrated into AC systems. Key design parameters, including the fluid pressures, were predicted. Control-oriented modeling was formulated for the superheat and capacity regulation to control indoor air conditions, the temperature, humidity, and the carbon dioxide levels. Predicted evaluating and condensing pressures agreed with the experiments. Satisfactory reference tracking and disturbance rejection were observed using model predictive controllers. Contributions are made in the research field to implement all-inclusive mathematical models and robust dynamic control systems. The findings are relevant to adapting prototype design and testing enhanced performance air conditioning systems. Madam Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree on the candidate.
I hereby confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy with all its associated rights and privileges on the candidate.
Madam Chancellor, I introduce to you Malcolm M. Sunday, who has complied with the requirements for the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Electronic Engineering with a thesis titled Resource Management and Backhaul Routing in Millimeter Wave IAB Networks using Deep Reinforcement Learning, prepared under the supervision of myself. The increased densification of wireless networks has led to the development of what we call integrated access and backhaul networks. In this thesis, reinforcement management and backhaul routing in millimeter wave integrated access backhaul networks using deep reinforcement learning, the candidate applied deep reinforcement learning to solve resource management and backhaul routing problems in millimeter wave networks. This research proposed and implemented a resource management solution to avoid congestion for access users in IAB networks. The proposed solution applies deep reinforcement learning to learn an optimal technique for efficient resource allocation, while at the same time minimizing congestion and satisfying user requirements. Simulation results where the proposed algorithms were compared with two baseline internationally published methods show that this new proposed scheme provides better throughput and delay performance. This has great potential for future wireless networks, especially for future 6G networks. Madam Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree on the candidate.
I hereby confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy with all its associated rights and privileges on the candidate.
Madam Chancellor, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the degree Master of Science in Applied Science, Electrical, Electronic and Computer Engineering. Eben du Plessis, with distinction. Madam Chancellor, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the degree Master of Engineering in Bioengineering. Petra van Blerk. Madam Chancellor, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the degree Master of Engineering in Computer Engineering. Martin Coetzee, with distinction. Madam Chancellor, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the degree Master of Engineering in Electrical Engineering. Vian Low. Nishkar Narandath, with distinction. Madam Chancellor, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the degree Master of Engineering in Electronic Engineering. Vian Barnard, with distinction. Kamoelu Sekila. Madam Chancellor, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the degree Master of Engineering in Industrial Engineering. Lauren Christopher. Deirdre Coughlin, with distinction. Hugard de Klerk, with distinction. Brian Glovo. Petra Opperman. Madam Chancellor, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the degree Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Bioengineering. Nicola Matic. Madam Chancellor, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the degree Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Computer Engineering. Kevin Afachau. Jason Kamps, with distinction. Alwyn Muller. Madam Chancellor, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the degree Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Electrical Engineering. Shlopsile Shlope. Sarah Kendall, with distinction. Aselo Vava Lumenja. Stefan Norkie with distinction. Sakile Twala. Leon Zeve. Madam Chancellor, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the degree Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Electronic Engineering. Michelle Ferguson. Marchant Fourie with distinction. Boitumelu Malobola. Elmine Matthias with distinction. Heinz Mittermeier with distinction. Daniel Nijker. Albertus Richter. Maslatsi Seneke. Marco van der Merwe with distinction. Madam Chancellor, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the degree Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Industrial Engineering. Melissa Ball. Simone de Bruin. Robert Goomba with distinction. Brian Harrison. Huda Hussein with distinction. Arno Armand Jans. Darren Lewitz. Lepolani Maboshejo. Marimecha Maslafunya with distinction. Ntovedzeni Makadu. Gonzi Mamabolo. Joel Miruo. Kamoelu Muslawuli. Zenzile Molewa with distinction. Mudii Mupeti. Karabu Muremi. Tinash Nunama. Amparisau Ramuhovri.
Mama!
Polosu Sekhalani.
Yellow!
Sipiwe Sibanyoni. Mulweli Sivitjo. Semakaleng Tladi. Stefanie Wannenberg with distinction. Madam Chancellor, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the degree Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Microelectronic Engineering. Hendrik Pretorius. Madam Chancellor, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the degree Bachelor of Engineering in Computer Engineering. Sirshan Munsami. Ishak Ramedis. Reinhard Skuman. Vishal Tala. Nawaz Abdullah. Alexandra Arendse. Gerhardus Badenhorst. Dylan Bailey with distinction. He also receives the Computer Engineering Prize for the best final year student in Computer Engineering. Eben Benadi with distinction. Ashley Boudet. Henk Botha. Nicolas Brigando with distinction. He also receives the Computer Engineering Project Prize for the best final year project in Computer Engineering. Matthew Charles. Ivan Koiler. Gerard Davel. Jean-Pierre Delarey with distinction. David de Villiers. Jason Deverell. Delwyn Gordon. Driekus Grabe. Robin Heyman. Bart-Jan Holsman. Shane Jordan. Dylan Kamstra with distinction. He also receives the prize for the second best computer engineering project for the second best final year student in computer engineering. Matthew Kelly. Daniel Keiter. Mika Kreft. Logan Kruger. Stefanus Kreino. Hendrik Labiskachny. Darren Lowe. Vuketa Maluleke. Marco Mathis with distinction. He also receives the prize, the third best computer engineering prize for the third best final year student in computer engineering. Daniel Miller. Werner Mostert. Christian Meiburg. Rachel Ndakola. Sandile Ndlela. Andy Ouyang. Reinhard Rademan. Mark Rennessen. Marguerite Robinson. Clyde Roux. Jacob Simmons. Pieter Snyman. Kian Strydom with distinction. Sorry. Waldo Taljaard. James Thompson. Mashapa Dubachale. Cornelis van der Lingen. Waldi van der Lingen. Janko van Eden. Franco van Tonder. Ruan van Zyl with distinction. Janko Venter. Mitchell Williams. Madam Chancellor, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the degree Bachelor of Engineering in Electrical Engineering. Dylan Cornell. Monareng Mabina. Isaac Makane. Galalelo Mafora. Gwyneth Mashula. Tepu Masike. Demetria Mtenga. Tinutenda Mutenje. Lutendu Muti. Kalaletsang Nieuwvan. Renette Schultz. Shaquille Smith. Joseph Terry. Daniel Thomas. Ruan van Heerden. Talia Ayop. Herman Benadi. Siabulela Bonga. Daniel Breed. Matthijs Buitendag. Kavish Chetty. Ethan Ford. Nikhil Govender. Simpiwe Kubeka. Gerdwan Lotz. Kwandile Malima. Kian Morse, with distinction, also receives the third best electrical engineering prize for the third best final year student in electrical engineering. Come back. Hendrik Naudee. Karel Johan Pinaar, with distinction. He also receives the Electrical Engineering Project Prize for the best final year project in electrical engineering, and also the second best Electrical Engineering Prize for the second best final year student in electrical engineering. Jordan Pim. Ayanda Sitole. Shunesu Toru, with distinction. He also receives the Electrical Engineering Prize for the best final year student in electrical engineering. Marco Visser with distinction. Hala Wagi Allah. Arthur Zambezi. Madam Chancellor, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the degree Bachelor of Engineering in Electronic Engineering. Frederik Briedenan. Joshua Hardy. Jordan Hempel. Edward Kilian. Alec Mostert. Christian van Eden. Divan Wagstaff. Dylan Brown with distinction. He also receives the Electronic Engineering Prize for the Best Final Year Student in Electronic Engineering, and also the Electronic Engineering Project Prize for the Best Final Year Project in Electronic Engineering. Janray Buys. Agustin Ferrer Rojas. Jacobus Fick. François Hen. Nolan Herman. Hanu Jacobs. Etienne Jansen van Vuren. Chris Jasper Jooste. John Kearns. Robert Koen with distinction. Also the third best Electronic Engineering Prize for the third best final year student in Electronic Engineering. Regan Moon. Dwayne Willifier. Matthew Westhuizen. Jessica Lynn Peel. Clarice Poole. Ryan Rabe. Vikil Sivalingam. Johannes Stegman with distinction. Also the second best electronic engineering prize for the second best final year student in electronic engineering. Christian Stein. Hein Ungerer. Anru van der Merwe. Ruan von Solms. Jonathan Wagner. Alexander Williams. Genevieve Williams. Madam Chancellor, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the degree Bachelor of Engineering in Industrial Engineering. George Bofilatos. Danielle Conradi. Petrus Hubert. Tim Kingaby. Orori Singh Lechabo. Edouan Lubbe. Turisu Mabalayo. Ditopi Mailula. Machepu Motlemekwane. Tristan Nell. Jessica van der Merwe. Ozia Machuku Abano. Almira Abdul Samad. Isuraulua Adekbenro with distinction. Melissa Archibald. Mareike Avenant with distinction. Matthew Baldwin. Aziza Bendak. Monique Bester. Marco Boonstra with distinction. Travis Brandt. Astrid Burgess with distinction. Pabalelo Chaba. She also wins the Roland Roers Prize for the best final year student project in Industrial and Systems Engineering. Evan Chuang. Matthew Cornelius. Nikhil Daja. Abigail de Blanche. Lodewijk de Jager. Ida Marie de Wit with distinction. Kyla Devadas. Jacques Duplessis. Shanae Dua-Smith with distinction. Michael Forrester with distinction. Stefan Fourie. Christian Gentle with distinction. Elsie Gerrits with distinction. She also wins the medal of the Engineering Council of South Africa for the best student in the final year in the School of Engineering. And she also wins the medal of the South African Institute of Industrial Engineering for the best final year student in Industrial Engineering. Alessandro Grisia. Caleb Gultig. Georgia Hatzilias. Johannes Jacobs. Kyla Janse van Rensburg with distinction. She also wins the FNB Prize for the most consistent academic achievement for the duration of the degree in the Department of Industrial and Systems Engineering. Stefanus Janse van Rensburg. Luke Jooste. Andreas Kamenos. Mabatu Kekana. Bianca Kinnear. Vardan Lala. Larissa Liebenberg. Jean Lombard with distinction. Genevieve Loopser. Nkateku Makamu. Michael Markeris with distinction. Tadiwa Mangwandi. Rensha Mason. Hope Matita. Mvumbi Matsila. Good Fight Maunatlala. Nathan May. Luetu Mkaliso. Sipiwe Mkabela. Rial Moan. Tumelu Mokwana. Retabile Mulai. Letlogonolo Molope. Svanele Mtetwa. Sunny Muchuane. Lindsay Muller. Justin Naidu. Carmen Nell. Rochelle Norkie. Lungelo Ntuli. Miguel Oberholzer. Ruben Pieterse. Brendan Potgieter with distinction. Thomas Prins. Sajal Ramnand. Royd Ringdal. Willem Robertse with distinction. Nicole Robertson. Craig Russell. Friedel Schröder with distinction. Fatima Sekunder Ali with distinction. Sipepelu Shabango. Abdul Sheikh. Malatsi Shakwane. Notando Simelane. Amanda Skeen with distinction. Philip Smith with distinction. Rudolf Smith. François Steenkamp. Jan Steenkamp. Christopher Tommy. Henning van Aswegen. Justin van der Merwe. Mark van Druten. Sunay van Vuren. Annette van Wyk. Kyle van Zyl. Christelle Venter with distinction. Darren Wenold. Gareth Williams. Marissa Wolmarans. Emile Zili. Nkwanyezi Zondi.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is an opportune moment to give our graduates a big hand for their hard work and perseverance. And I would now like to ask our graduates to applaud their families, friends, and spouses for their support over the years. We have now come to the end of the proceedings. Before we close, I wish to invite all present for refreshments afterwards in the marquee situated in front of the Rembrandt Hall. You are requested to stand for the singing of the national anthem and to remain standing until the assembly has been dissolved and the academic procession has left the auditorium. The words of the national anthem are printed in the inside back cover of the program. Please rise.
Israel
By the powers vested in me, I hereby dissolve this assembly of the University of Pretoria.
Gaudeamus igitur,